Hey guys, and welcome back to another Overwatch Moments video, except in this one we're not going to be talking about a moment, but instead some very exciting news. Now, it's been circulating around for quite a while that this BlizzCon, on November 1st I believe, that we will see Overwatch 2. Now, it is a bold statement that was actually made by Metro originally on October 17th, in which he states Overwatch 2 is very much real and will be announced at BlizzCon after the short cinematic. Now, of course, to a lot of you this will be old news by now, because this leak was October 17th, but for those of you who weren't exactly caught up, hopefully you're in the loop, and hopefully you're just as excited as I am. Now, this is huge, and there's a lot of information circulating around. Some I believe are false, some I believe are true. So today we'll be taking a look at them a little bit more closely and seeing exactly what we can expect come BlizzCon. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's just jump straight into it. So there's actually quite a lot to cover, but I'm gonna start with the old news, only a few pieces that are key to the conversation, and work my way up to the latest news. So of course, after Metro's leak, he did leak a little bit more things. He said that Overwatch 2 will be PVE as well as PvP, which sparked a ton of conversation. Moving from there, he said that he will double down and say that Overwatch 2 will be called Overwatch 2 and will not be an expansion of the current Overwatch, but literally a separate entity, a separate game, something completely on its own. And then after that, he also said, or this was before that, but he also mentioned that there will be a leveling system that would change certain abilities of each hero, and this would be a feature that will most likely only be for PvE, but he stated that he wasn't exactly sure if it would be for PvP as well. Of course, these were the basic, or I guess the most important tweets that Metro put out, and they sparked a lot of controversy. Now, we're going to wrap around back to these tweets. I just wanted to kind of rapid fire them at you guys, so just in case people who did not see them are now currently caught up, and we can jump into some of the juicy news. I want to start off by actually debunking a leak that I know 95% sure is just fake. And that's this picture here, which is a Coca-Cola X Blizzard partnership sponsorship for Overwatch 2. Now, Coca-Cola does actually sponsor Overwatch, I believe the Overwatch League, and they even have their own panel at BlizzCon, so they are partnered. So that's, I think, why a lot of people believe this leak was true. But if you take a little bit of a stroll, you can see that the picture used, I mean, let's just jump back and forth there. It's actually taken from DeviantArt. There's even credit to the artist. You can follow the link there. There is no way that a big corporate company like Blizzard would just straight up rip some art from DeviantArt. I don't know. Something is not matching up here, and this is one of the leaks that I truly believe just isn't real, and it was a leak that was slipped in around all the hype so it can get attention, nothing more than that. But from here on out, I actually believe everything else we see is real, including this next image, which which is extremely important. So it's Tracer, it's the one that you saw in the thumbnail. It says Overwatch 2, and there's a lot of things, or a lot of reasons people believed this is fake. For one, the hair looks incomplete. If you zoom into Overwatch, as well as the Overwatch logo, there's so many scuffed up things, like it looks uneven, it looks unfinished, but this is why I believe it. Leaks usually happen spontaneously, right? They're usually not planned. I believe what we're seeing is just a mock-up, something early. We still even see the vector lines, I believe they're called. We can see in the top left, there's even a little red box, and maybe is that a cursor underneath it? Maybe someone was working on this, sharing it throughout a Blizzard, and it just got leaked from there. Actually, because it looks unfinished, it made me believe it more. And we can see Tracer also looks a lot more detailed in her clothes, as well as the freckles on her face, the structure, everything. And this leads me to believe that Overwatch 2 will actually be based off of a new engine, or maybe the old engine, but like 2.0 version. Something is changing. Actually, I know for sure it's a whole new engine. Let me tell you why. So back some time when Jeff Kaplan was interviewed, he was asked about Overwatch 2, or more so a story mode for Overwatch. He said that they liked the idea, but the current engine did not allow for some sort of mass or intuitive PVE, which is why they never did it. Meaning if the engine did not allow for PVE and Overwatch 2 is confirmed to have PVE, then obviously it'll be on a new engine. And that is exciting. This is the Overwatch world in really a new game, not the game we're just used to, something fresh, something I believe we can all get excited about. And I mean, man, I haven't been this excited in a long time, just more Overwatch. And the PvE got me personally most excited, just exploring the world more, the story, but the fact that whatever they translate into this new engine, whatever new gameplay mechanics that we get to experience, they'll also have a PvP version, which just sounds insane. But moving from there, we also got this leak here. So, of course, it is a up-close shot, and it looks super legit, in my own opinion. It looks exactly straight out of Overwatch, like art style-wise, texture-wise, even quality-wise. It looks straight out of Overwatch. And this is the hero, what's her name? Sojourn, right, Sojourn. So it looks like a leaked picture of Sojourn, and if we move on to an image here, so we gotta zoom in right there. It looks like this is the back of Sojourn in a meeting with Lucio, Mercy, and Reinhardt. Now, just keep in mind this does look pretty scuffed. I mean, I won't lie, I'm gonna zoom in to better see it, but it looks pretty scuffed. I don't know what's going on with Lucio's hair there. Mercy seems to have short hair, and Reinhardt, I mean, everything about this looks really low quality. I can't help it, this is what's making me believe it more. It looks like maybe someone at Blizzard's just working on the cinematic, this is just a mock-up, and this is how it got leaked. This is what makes me believe it, the fact that these leaks are probably ages old, but they didn't get out to the public until now, makes more sense to me. It's just, this is probably during the development, they're working on the cinematic, and then it got leaked. And from here we actually got another leak, and I believe it because it matches and connects to this leak. So if you look on Sojourn's shoulder pad, it looks like a maple leaf, a Canadian maple leaf, and on top of that there was leaks of a Toronto map, which to me is super exciting since I'm a Canadian and I live right next to Toronto, so that got me super hyped, not gonna lie. But regardless, and it's supposed to be part of the Overwatch 2 release. Some people are speculating that this image right here we're seeing, the map that they're actually in, is a map based out of Toronto. They're in the center. This is a story mode, and this is what's going to be teased, maybe playable, maybe showcased at BlizzCon, which perfectly lines up with speculation, as everyone's saying that the story mode will be like a Left 4 Dead style story mode with 4 playable characters, 4 players who can all play together through the story. And here in the screenshot leak we have 4 people, right? Lucio, Mercy, Reinhardt, and Sojourn. So everything's just kind of coming together. Now honestly, there's just so much to talk about. I'm trying to like do this information crunch just to give you guys as much information as possible, and it's definitely difficult, but man is it exciting. There's also this image leaked here, which is Lucio, Overwatch 2, same idea as Tracer. This again also, I just believe it's real. I believe this Overwatch symbol with the 2, it looks nice, it looks like something Blizzard would make, looks legit to me. This one looks more cleaned up. I don't see vector lines, the Overwatch symbol, everything is actually even, nothing looks janky. I don't know. Lucio looking way more HD, again proving the engine. We see ambient light, we see reflection. Is it just some sort of crazy person on Blender, the 3D modeling program? Maybe, but I actually believe this is legit. Again, it is a leak, so take everything with a grain of salt. But if we move from there, we also get to see, now this one is huge. This one is really insane. It shows Tracer, a level up system, says that she's level 10, then there's level 1, level 10, and level 20 abilities that can all be unlocked. Now, how real or fake is this? No idea, it looks like the same image of Tracer that was pasted here. This one's looking real and scuffed at the same time. It's just looking a little scuffed because it shows she's level 10 and being leveled up to level 10, but the level 10 abilities are still locked, which doesn't make sense in my head. But when you actually go to read each ability, which I won't be discussing right now since I don't believe they're that important, but you can pause, read them, or find the image down below. All the sources are down below. All of them seem real, you know, like under level 10 there's something called chain reaction. Pulse bomb causes secondary explosion on enemies that are damaged by it, which sounds legit. I don't know if it'll be just PvE or PvE and PvP. Anything is possible, but I definitely do believe that the leveling system will be implemented, as it's something that Blizzard apparently played around with in Overwatch's very, very early development. So the fact that it's here now and being leaked is actually something I expected for a long time. So that should be a decent time crunch of everything, just in case you guys missed it. But now it's time to just bring it back in for a second, wrap up the video, and give you my final thoughts. So the last key thing to leave you guys on is this screenshot claiming that Overwatch 1 will become free to play whenever Overwatch 2 is ready to be released. Now, a lot of people were saying this is impossible, I just bought it on the Nintendo Switch. Well, it's more than likely possible because Overwatch 2 will probably not be released at BlizzCon, but will have a set date, so let's say spring 2020, so when that time comes around, it would have been long enough from the Switch release to actually then make Overwatch 1 free to play, which is something we were already expecting for a while. So I do believe Overwatch 1 will become free to play. That's most likely an accurate leak, while Overwatch 2 gets released. Now, will the two games coexist? Probably. I don't think that Overwatch 1 will die. Some people are saying, Metro's saying that they'll just kill Overwatch 1, and then Overwatch 2 is the biggest thing, and then Blizzard will push to move everyone to Overwatch 2. I don't see it. I think that it might even be called Overwatch Chapter 2, and then it'll all be about story and new PvP mode, and then Overwatch 1 will continue to be updated, maybe slower, but continue to be updated, and they will coexist, one being competitive based and one being casual and story based. That's my take on it. That's what makes the most sense to me. What will happen? Well, we don't have to wait very long to find out. BlizzCon is right around the corner, but regardless, this is really what matters is what do you guys think? I want to hear your guys' opinion. Let's spark conversation in the comments down below. I'll be down there talking to you guys, commenting, answering questions, whatever you want to hear. Leave it. Let's start talking, you and I. But regardless, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.